Do you guys remember when they released the footage in Peru about, well, I think it was Peru or Mexico, about the mummified alien bodies? And then, like, no one gave a shit. And then, like, I mean, they were proven to be fake. Everyone knew at the time. Like, what is it? How likely is it that if existential alien life existed, that they would look humanoid? Like, more life looks non-human on Earth. Like, imagine explaining like an octopus to someone who's never seen an octopus before. Like, how alien does that sound? And then, how ironic is it that the first mummified alien remains to look humanoid? But then the funniest part about it is no one just gave a shit. Like, these aliens aren't paying the bills, bro. And then everyone just went on about their day, and then eventually they got proven to be fake. But like, in my humble opinion, humanity deserves to get slimed. Because, bro, after everything we've learned, if we're still producing shit like Morbius, do you know what I mean? Maybe we should give the roaches a go at evolution. I mean, like, religion aside, like, we're done out, bro. Our time's over.
And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie. A lie. I think I was too naive to know at that time the seriousness of the nature of the spin that was being put on the system.
They're trying to establish like a threat that isn't exactly human that would enable a new world order. Basically, something that would unify humanity. But this was more of a like a sort of it was basically where humanity would like sort of be manipulated into giving away their freedom because there's a threat beyond us, and we all had to come together to overthrow that thing. Yeah, no one bought into it. And then if you're one of these people who watched Disclosure Day, which was, by the way, you're saying a movie review channel, but that was a pile of hot garbage. Like, what the fuck was this? I fell asleep watching this piece of shite. I can't believe I waited. Those are 3 hours of my life that I gave up for no reason. And if you watched it, you understand what I mean. Like, this was this puts Morbius to shame, is all I'll say. But like, if you watch this garbage, I feel like, okay, Disclosure Day, and as well as these Peru aliens, right? I feel like it was an intention by them to test how the public would react if something like this was actually staged. And yeah, no one gave a shit. Yeah, and so I guarantee, like, we all know, you know, that Trump's posting all this UFO shit to distract from bombing Iran and then the Epstein files. We know that. That's common knowledge, right? But like, a bit like how I think I mentioned this in another video. The fact that they're still pushing out stuff about consciousness, like we don't know what it is yet, and the fact that there's still studies on this is an indication that we still don't know anything about it because they're not making any studies about like Newtonian physics and gravity anymore. I mean, we are about gravity, but you know what I mean. Like, once you know something, you don't then need to make more shit about it. The fact that they're still revealing UAP stuff, I think, is evidence to everyone that, okay, if there was something, it'd be like clearly evident, but it's a bunch of nonsense crap, like to distract us all from what's actually going on. Now, what I think they're gonna do, right? Their AI is getting to a point where I don't think many of us would be surprised if they just rolled out tomorrow something that passes the Turing test, but in a more convincing way. If you don't know what the Turing test is I think you have a conversation with an AI, but you don't know it's an AI, and you need to determine if it's an AI or a human. And if you can't differentiate, then it's past the Turing test because it's humanoid essentially, or imitating being a person. But most of us are like, is consciousness just exclusively to humans, or is it something that can be imitated? But then, if you don't understand what consciousness is, who are we to then decide if something has consciousness? Do you know what I mean? This is I'm mentally ill. Let's just put it like that. But like, I feel like this is my schizo theory. All right. I know it's been 3 days since I uploaded, and I live alone, so that does shit to you. But um, I feel like what they're gonna do, AI is getting to a point where I don't think it will surprise the average person. Like, you got to remember, the average person is a complete moron. Now, I'm not saying I'm not an average person. I probably am an average. I'm probably below average, but like, do you know what I mean? It will fool the boomers into thinking, "Oh shit, this is something out of our control. Let me fuck the younger generation. Let me give my millions to the government." they, they're gonna roll it out. There was a term for it where it was just like a simulated consciousness, and it'll be like Terminator, but the government will have control over it. But they'll be telling me and you that it's out of our control, and so they will have the justification to use any means necessary to tackle this, and they'll use this Terminator figure that they've intentionally installed. A bit like a certain country in the Middle East who think they're native, who are colonizing the areas around them. But who are basically funded by Europe and America. They're basically going to be a decoy to justify any means necessary to use against it, and yeah, that's gonna be a good reason to install digital ID, which is what they're trying to do in the UK. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be a scapegoat to justify a lot of things that the government is gonna want to do to us, the public, and then most people are just gonna agree with it because this AI is gonna do shit that's gonna scare a lot of people, and it's gonna stage a lot of shit, and then a lot of people are gonna be affected by it. I'm just saying we're going into some weird territory, and all these databases and stuff that are popping up in America is just it's building towards something. Do you know what I mean? We're heading into weird times, and just I don't know. I feel like I have to make a video about this. It was just something that's been on my mind. Like AI has been around for what, like 2 3 years, like properly around, and I've read somewhere in economics. Someone can correct me on this, but like a sign that the bubble's gonna burst is that they suddenly increase the pricing of chatbots and whatever to maintain the stream of money coming in to maintain AI. Because if AI was actually successful, it would be self-sustaining. Because that's what you want out of AI. It's meant to be a manufactured god. Do you know what I mean? But it hasn't gone anywhere. And what are you noticing? They're just chatbots. The most you're getting is chatbots and goofy dancing AI robots. I don't know. Just something to think about. Something to think about. But like, my theory is again, they're gonna stage a fake Terminator event and justify any means necessary to fuck you over. But these are just one of my schizo mental problems that I'm making a video about. Let me know what you think. I'll see you. I know you guys like the Uncanny video, by the way. And the next episode 2 is coming. Now, I want to do it properly. I know I just released the first one like a re-release, but it was just for nostalgia reasons. I just released the first one. Um, but more is coming. More is coming, and I want to stream as well. I want to be closer to you guys. Yeah, yeah.